So good morning, everyone. So today is the solstice, and it is. We also have a full moon in Sagittarius. This is Monday morning when I'm doing this video, and so there's a lot of really good energy today. And I want to do a reading, and I thought not just for the solstice, but maybe even just for the upcoming season, and see, what the influences will be. So I'm going to use an oracle deck, and I thought I would use the Oracle of Shadows and Light. So let's take a look at the first card. And the first card is called Two Little Witches. And underneath it says Magical Space Clearing Time. So you see the witches here are holding a broom. And it is, showing us that it is time to clear out some old energy. So maybe there's been energy building up through the first half of this year that needs to be looked at. So when you really want to do a thorough job of clearing the space, I think it's important to look at the clearing of all aspects. So you can start even with your physical space and what you want to change and what needs to be gotten rid of or cleared out. Of course, in your physical body too. What needs to go from the diet, or what can you what sort of habits that maybe have built up through the winter need to be changed, and maybe you need to get out more and just be in nature more. When we want to look at some of the mental clearing that needs to be done, and take a look at our self-talk and those thoughts that can just bring us down a little bit. So where does that need to be changed? Where are our attitudes, and how are they harming us or assisting us? Clearing that out. So I hear there's some noise going on outside. It shouldn't take too long, hopefully. The other, of course, also in the emotional realm, this is really important as well to clear out. As we work on one, the others start to fall in line as well. Now, what can happen sometimes if people are going through a prolonged emotional difficulty, a prolonged grief or sadness? One of the things that can happen is that the person can become addicted to that pain. So you really want to be honest with yourself when doing this kind of work, and really look at what you're holding on to, and using your own strength and discipline to let it go. And sometimes the first step is really making a decision. Yes, I see this is happening, and I'm willing to let it go. That's what I'm talking about. Being really firm with yourself and clearing the space, because you know how good it feels when something is just freshly cleaned or cleared, and it does allow new energy to come in. So let's take a look at the second card. The second card, well, I would say this might be showing us where some of our challenges are or will be. This is called Sea Storm. Now, it's a very interesting card, because you'll see this mermaid she is journeying through waters that look kind of tumultuous, and you'll see in the background there is lightning there. Now, take a look. If you look at her face, you can see her eyes are on a soft focus. So that is indicating that she's navigating these difficult waters using her inner guidance and her intuition and her own insight and wisdom. Now, underneath it says calm amid chaos. So it is that inner wisdom and that our own inner guidance that can keep us calm even during difficult times. Now, that is why she's not being harmed by the lightning. She's really navigating herself well here. And I think if we want to add to that not only is she not being harmed by the lightning, but maybe she's even able to use that energy to fortify herself through her journey. So, when we are facing difficulties, whether they're practical or emotional or whatever it is, it's really good not to just react so quickly, but to really take time, do some breathing, and again, to listen to our inner self and really get the guidance, because the guidance is there for all of us. I've experienced it so many times, And sometimes it's, for me, it's just a matter of, really focusing on, for me, a lot of times it's nature. So I might sit and really focus on, the maple tree. I've talked about that before, or just in my little garden here, and I really can get some insights. And if I don't want to do that, sometimes I might just lay down and work with crystals, or sometimes I don't even do that. Sometimes it's really just working with my own breath. That to me is really the most powerful sometimes. But to be calm, and then clarity will come, and insights and intuition will come, and will get us through even the most difficult times. So let's take a look at the last card here. Now this actually happens to be one of my favorite cards in the deck, and I'm so glad that it came up. So it's called Dress of Alchemy. And you'll see a real difference here in the posturing of this angel. She looks very strong and confident. And I say angel because she does seem to have wings. And it's really interesting because the wings have eyes on them. So it's giving her a lot of, foresight or insight, I should say, into the situation. And the sun is behind her head, illuminating her and showing her wisdom. Of course, I like that the sun came up because this is like a summer reading. But also underneath it says, release your power. So, as we've done these other things, the clearing and working on our intuition, our own power and strength is building up. And this card is showing to recognize it and to be confident and courageous enough to release it out into the world, to acknowledge that that all of us have something very valuable to offer the world. And this is showing strength, confidence, and courage in that. Even her dress has bits of gold on it. I think they're alchemical symbols, and they're shining and gold. So everything, it's like everything is strong now and ready to come out and to be seen and to be heard and to be loved. So I do wish us all a wonderful summer season, and I will see you soon. Bye now.